Good morning. 2020 Form 4562, Depreciation and Amortization. How to calculate depreciation deduction for an office equipment using a half-year convention. Assuming you purchase a laptop to use in your business at 100% and you start using it in your business on February 7, 2020, and you purchase it for $1,000. So since you purchased the computer and place it in service the same year, 2020, you will need to file Form 4562, where you will report the depreciation deduction. So you decided not to claim Section 179 deduction, and you elected not to claim special depreciation allowance. So we are going to assume that's the only asset you place in service in 2020. So because you didn't you didn't place any assets in service in your business during the last 3 months of the year 2020, therefore you are not even going to think about mid-quarter convention. It's not going to apply. You will use a half-year convention to deduct your business laptop. So you use last year convention, automatically you know for sure that last year convention is the convention you'll choose to depreciate your assets when you didn't place any asset in service during the last 3 months of the year. But if you place an asset in your business during the last 3 months, you will need to figure out whether mid-quarter convention or half-year convention will apply to your case. And we have a video covering mid-quarter convention, and this one is going to be half-year convention. So how do you depreciate a business asset using half-year convention? We'll have the article on ninasop.com, and you'll find the category how to depreciate business assets, where all the articles relate to depreciation will be, and we have a video playlist as well. 2020 Form 4562 Depreciation and Amortization, where you'll find all the videos related to depreciation. So by the time you watch all those videos or the one you need, you'll be able to figure out how to calculate depreciation deduction on any assets you place in service. So now that we know few facts about your assets, we are going to use Depreciation Spreadsheet to keep a good record of our assets. So in step 1, asset name laptop. Purchase, date purchase, February 7, 2020, and that's the same date you place it in service. So you put it together, and pretty much it was available to use in your business that date. Cost $1,000. Business use percentage 100%, so not used for investment or personal. Market value is going to be the same as the cost, because you purchase it and place it in service the same year, so it's going to be the same as the cost. Business cost is the market value multiplied by the business use percentage. Business and investment cost is going to be the business use and investment use percentage together times the market value, and we do have formula there to calculate that. You decided not to claim any section 179 or any special depreciation, so they are 0. Basis for depreciation, so basis for depreciation is the cost of the portion of the cost that is business and investment use minus section 179 minus special depreciation, and it's going to be 1000. So we need to find the property class, and the property class will be equal to the recovery period. If we go back to our form 4562, section B, part 3, section B, column A has the property classes. So if you don't know that laptop is a 5-year property class, you could look in the instructions, and we have links to the instructions under free downloads on nenassoap.com, and I believe page 9. Let's try page 8. Has a brief description of those property class, and we have more videos to cover how to find the property class of your assets or the recovery period of your assets. And let's check 5-year, and you have it in the publication. I like to use the publication more. Okay, if I can find 5-year. Okay, so a laptop will be in 5-year property. So we do have automobiles, typewriter, calculator, copier, and duplicating equipment. Any qualified technological equipment is kind of vague. So since it does not specify clearly, let's go to the publication, and you might want to look for the latest version of publication 946, and at this point it is it's still 2019 available. IRS has now released 2021 yet, but it does have few information for 2020 in it. So that's the latest version, but depending on when you are filing your tax, you can still check if they have the latest version available on irs.gov, and we do have the link to publications under free downloads as well. You don't need to subscribe to access our free downloads. They are free. So 5-year, under the publication 5-year property, we have any qualified technological equipment. They didn't specify well. So let's go to Appendix A on publication 946, and Appendix A and Appendix B are important for you to look at when you are depreciating assets. And we are not going to use the Appendix A just yet. Let's use the Appendix B. But technological equipment, we already find it in 5-year property, but let's dig a little bit here. So let's try 99. Okay, we went a little far. Okay, so on page 98 of publication 946, the latest version 2019, as of today, February 18, 2021. So we look at the publication 946 Appendix B on page 98, and class asset class 0012, you'll see computers here. So it is a 5-year, it has a 5-year recovery period, and 5-year recovery period will be in the classification of property, 5-year property. So it will be 19B. So let's go back to our spreadsheet. So property class, recovery period 5. Depreciation, and this information on step 1 will be used to pretty much complete your form 4562 part 3 section B, asset placed in service during the tax year you are filing for, will be used to pretty much complete section B. So it's laid out in a way to help you complete that part. So depreciation system, so that's modify accelerated cost recovery system. So we'll use GDS, general depreciation system, GDS. Depreciation method, you have the choice between 200 declining balance, 150 declining balance, and straight line. So you choose to use 200 dB. So we'll put 200 dB. And this depreciation method, 200 dB, if you are filing the form, depreciation method is colon F. You'll put 200 dB on the row that is 5-year property. And recovery period is GDS 5. We already saw it, 5. So it will go on recovery period colon D on row B. 19B will be GDS 5. And convention half year. So half year convention HY will go on colon E, row 19B, 5-year property. It will be HY. And month and quarter, you could just put February here. So it's for our own record. So when you purchase the laptop and you start filling, completing this depreciation spreadsheet with the information you know, by the time you are ready to depreciate the assets, you'll be able to complete the bottom of step 1 with the information you'll use to depreciate. So how do we find out about the information that will go at the bottom of the spreadsheet? So we'll go back to our publication 946. That's when you need Appendix A. So on page 69 of publication 946, how to depreciate property, Appendix 8. Appendix A, okay, you need to find the table rate. So pretty much the Appendix A allows you to find the rate table that you will use to depreciate. So that means you need to know the depreciation system you are going to use, the depreciation method you are going to use, and we saw we have a video to cover that. You have 4 options, and depreciation recovery we figured out already. by looking in the short list available and in Appendix B, the convention, and we talked about that already, and the class, we figure out that as well. That's a property class. And the month of quarter, you place the asset in service depending on which convention you are using. So you have to know those information before you'll be able to find the type of rate to use, the depreciation rate to use. So in our case with the laptop, you are going to use GDS for depreciation system. Depreciation method is 200 dB. The recovery period is GDS 5. The convention is half year, and for any month of the year, it does not matter. The table you use is A1. So on the spreadsheet, we put A1. Now that we completed step 1 of the depreciation depreciation spreadsheet, we will complete step 2. So step 2 is going to be finding the rate that is called table A1 and fill up the spreadsheet with that information, and then the spreadsheet will calculate the rest for us, and then we will put the tax year. Those the depreciation deduction will be taken, will be claimed. So now let's go look for table A1. You just scroll down past Appendix A, and we have table A1 on page 70 of Publication 946. So it's 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, and 20 year property class, half year convention, regardless of the month. So how do you read this table? Depreciation rate table. You have the years that you will depreciate. It's called recovery period. So you have the recovery period on top, and you choose the one is related to your asset. In our laptop case, is 5 year recovery period. So we'll copy the rate under 5 year, and you'll notice that it is 6 year. It will take 6 years to fully depreciate that asset. So we'll copy the 5 year rates to our spreadsheet. You'll notice that the first is 20%, the last is 5.76%. So we copy the rate to our spreadsheet. Let's check year 2 and 3. If that's 32 and 1920, you see 32 and 1920, and then year 4 and 5 is 11.52%. 11.52%. So once you copy the rate, the spreadsheet will calculate the depreciation deduction. If you are using the depreciation worksheet, which you could use as well, is a PDF. That's an example here. You'll calculate the depreciation yourself. The depreciation deduction yourself, and the depreciation balance yourself as well. But the spreadsheet will calculate it for you, but it is your job to double check, because it's using a table. It might automatically, when you click and press enter, it might automatically copy the same formula all the way down for the depreciation balance. So you might want to double check to see if things are calculating right for you. So pretty much, how do you calculate the depreciation deduction for your laptop? You will take the basis for depreciation times the rate for year 1, and that will go on year 1 row, and year 2 is going to be the same depreciation, the basis for depreciation times the rate for year 2. So each time you have to take the full amount, basis for depreciation times the rate for the year you are trying to calculate, and you put the amount under depreciation deduction all the way to the last, and the total should equal the basis for depreciation. If it does not equal it, you did something wrong. The rate you copy may not be accurate. So we have 1000 times 200% is 200, and 1000 times 32% is 320, and 1000 times 1920% is $192, and 1000 times 11.52% is 115.20 cents. The same thing for year 5, and 1000 times 5.76% in year 6 is 57. 1000 times 5.76% is $57.60. So the total depreciation deduction will be 1000. And the depreciation balance pretty much is taking, for the first year is taking the basis for depreciation 1000 minus 200, and that's 800. The second year is taking that 1000 minus the sum of what you claim in year 2 plus what you claim in year 1. So 520 minus 520 will give you 480. What you could do as well would be year 2, it could be to just take equal sum of the depreciation balance year 1, minus what you are claiming in year 2. Okay, so, and when the table automatically change formula for you, you'll have a little window, your arrow correct option. You click on the little arrow and you just undo the calculated column. And each time you press enter, it'll try to pretty much calculate everything out for you. So you might want to do that. So let's see. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, so you could take the balance for the year above the year you are working on minus the depreciation deduction you took as well, and then year 2 will take the balance. In year 1 will take the 1000 minus 200 that you took, and year 2 will take that 800 minus 320, and year 3 will take 480 minus 182, and year 4 will take 288. That's the balance minus the deduction you'll take in that year 4, and year 5 will be 172.80, depreciation balance minus 115.20 that you are going to claim in year 5, and year 5 balance is 57.60 minus 57.60 that you will claim in year 6, and the balance in year 6 will be 0. You can do it like that as well. You can use the basis for depreciation minus the sum of what you claim up to the year you are calculating as well. So either way will work, but each time the sheet try to change the formula, you might just want to go in and undo the formula that is trying to populate. So that's the depreciation balance. But what you should pay attention to is the depreciation deduction. The total should match the basis for depreciation, and the last column, that's year. You just fill it up yourself with the years. And if you place the laptop in service in 2020, you'll claim the first depreciation in year 20 and the last depreciation in year 2025. And the depreciation deduction 200 for year 1 will go on 2020 form 4562 colon G section B on row 19B 5-year period. So that's pretty much how, and the basis 1000 will go in column C. And so pretty much the information from the spreadsheet will allow you to complete your Form 4562 Part 3 Section B. Thank you so much for watching. You could use the spreadsheet, you could use the worksheet, the depreciation worksheet PDF as well, and keep it in your business binder. Have it for each asset. It works great for 5-year and 7-year property, as the number of years is A, so it will work for both, but it's not well suited for cars. If you put a vehicle in, you place a vehicle in service, this one does not work for it. It's not designed for that. So it will work for 5-year and 7-year assets, property class, except automobiles. So that's how you depreciate an office equipment, in our case a laptop, using half-year convention. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you, you all that listen to our podcast, and thank you, you all that read our blog. We thank you very much for watching our videos. We thank you, you all that subscribe to our channel, and we thank you very much for all your comments. I'm Afiavi Ojune Libroman, creators of Libron Consulting L.L.C. YouTube channel, Libron Consulting L.L.C. podcast, ninasop.com, our blog, where you'll find links to Form 4562 and Publication 946 under free downloads. No email is required. We do have our online stores, including liberdownload.com for our digital products, liberlabel.com for custom apparels and stationery, office supplies, liberoutlet.com for resale products, and ninassoap.com for natural products. Thank you so much.